How I stay motivated after 21 plus years of being a bodybuilder and living this healthy lifestyle. That's all coming up in this video. I'm going to answer that question for you guys. Stay tuned. What up guys, it is me, Kevin Frasard once again, and what I figured I would do in this video, this is going to be a series of different videos that I'm going to be uploading. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, so this is going to be one of many to come related to health and fitness and things like that. This particular question, this is a great question. I get this a lot. How I stay motivated after 21 plus years being a bodybuilder, just living the health and fitness lifestyle. So I thought this would be a good starting point right here. A few reasons, first of all, I got a lot of time invested into this, so I would hate to throw it all away and just, move on to something else. I also play guitar, as you guys know. I've been playing guitar for 25 plus years. So I started playing guitar when I was 10 years old. I got a couple videos that I go into great detail about how I became a musician, how I became a bodybuilder, which I'll post a couple cards up there so you guys could check those out. But I started bodybuilding in '98, and I can remember it very, very vividly. The reason being is because that's when Cryptopsy's album Whisper Supremacy came out. And I can remember I used to put that CD on my boombox, and I would just go to town. Like this all happened in pretty much one day. It was like overnight. I just I got sick of being around like the people that I was hanging around at the time, and they were going in a shady direction. Like they were just hanging around the wrong people, just wanting to get into trouble, things like that. So I removed myself from that situation, and it was just like overnight I just started doing push-ups and sit-ups in my room, doing 500 of each every night, and I started seeing great results. And I worked out with a buddy after school, and that was that. I mean, I was hooked. I haven't stopped since. I never took a break. 21 straight years of just total focus, total tunnel vision. And the other reason too is I don't have any obligations, restrictions in my life either. I don't have a wife, I don't have kids, none of that stuff, no girlfriend. I do what I want when I want. So like I live by myself and I love it. I love every minute of it. I get to play guitar, I get to go to the gym when I want. I do everything as I please. Probably the biggest thing is I have an incredible amount of heart for this. And if I didn't, I wouldn't still be doing this. And those of you guys who've been following my channel, I'm sure you see that in the videos, how much passion, how much drive goes into like all those workout videos that I've posted throughout the years. Back then when I started, like even to this day, I've always wanted to be a leader and not a follower. So I always did what I wanted to do. If I had a hobby or a passion for something, I gave it my 1000% into it, and I still do that to this day. Guitar, I wanted to be the best guitar player that I could for myself, and the same thing with being a bodybuilder. Just being into the whole fitness lifestyle, just eating healthy, and just creating longevity for myself, which is important. That's the whole reason I started getting into health and fitness. It was all about health. It was all about taking care of my body and creating longevity so I could live a long, healthy life. And that's no different to this day. So that's where a lot of the motivation comes from, is because I have a ton of heart and passion for this type of lifestyle. And if you don't have that, you're not going to succeed. My biggest inspiration, my biggest influence as to why I work as hard as I do even to this day is my dad. As a kid, when my parents were still together, I watched my dad for 2.5 years restore a 1970 Dodge Challenger RT by himself. He did not outsource any work. He did everything by himself. It didn't matter how tired my dad was. If it was on the weekend, weekday, whatever, my dad was in that garage working on this car, and I will post a picture of it. It's a beautiful car. Seeing that kind of work ethic come out of my dad really, really had a huge impact on me as a child. A lot of people, when they get inspired to get into the gym or get into a healthy lifestyle, when they want to become a bodybuilder or whatever, they get influenced by somebody like Arnold or like G.I. Joe, stuff like that. Mine was, it had nothing to do with any of that. It was just seeing how much passion and heart my dad had to put into that car. Like, he worked his ass off to create this thing and never had any help from anybody. Did everything, did the paint, did the body work, did the panels, did everything himself. Engine, you name it, he did it. When I saw him go to town on this car back in the day when I was a little kid, it really had a huge impact on me. I have quite a few gym memberships, and every single time that I go into the gym, I see the same shit, where I walk in there and I know who's who's passionate about it and who isn't. Like, who wants to get results and who is just there just to dick around. I see this all the time when I go into the gym. Like, people just are like a deer in headlights. They don't look like they want to be there. They don't work hard. They're not sweating. They're on their fucking phone all the time. Then I have to look at them like a deer in headlights when they have the audacity to ask me, how do I put on muscle mass? Well, get off your phone, first of all. Get to fucking work. Work ethic has almost become like a lost art today. People want everything handed to them. They don't want to work for it. Well, I hate to tell you this, but that's not how the way the world works. You can't download talent and you can't download a great physique. You want extraordinary results, it's going to take an extraordinary amount of effort. Don't ever forget that. This day and age of being on social media and being on your phone all the time, that's not going to get you the results you're looking for. It's just not. I feel like an idiot myself when I have to actually sit down and explain this to people. It's going to take a lot of hard work, and they just don't seem to get that. Now, if you're there lollygagging, you're just going through the motions, you're just on your phone all the time, you are wasting your time. You might as well just cancel your membership and leave. I knew I might blow a little hot air on this subject, but I just have an incredible amount of passion for this. I know everybody out there who gets a gym membership doesn't necessarily want to look like a bodybuilder or put on that kind of muscle mass to look that way, but if you got a gym membership, you're probably there to try and change your body. Well, it's going to take some effort, and you should damn well put that into it. Another thing you got to realize too is don't ever compare yourself to other people. You people got to stop doing that too, because you are your own entity. You can take whatever genetics you have, whatever cards you were dealt with, and you can make it definitely better. It may not necessarily be better than the guy next to you. It might even be better if you're willing to put the effort in. But the key word is effort. Make sure you put effort in. Well, this whole fitness lifestyle is just part of my everyday. Like, if I don't have it, I don't feel complete without it. At this stage of my life, I did take a couple steps back where I earned my pro card a couple of years ago, so at this point, I could definitely use the break. I mean, I have other goals that I want to achieve. I've said this in the past, and I'm going to say this over and over and over as time goes on. If you have this and you have this, you can do anything you want. Another thing that I do that might seem real minuscule, but it definitely does help keep me motivated and keeps my mindset where it needs to be, is when I go into a gym, when I have to put my stuff in a locker or throw my coat in there or whatever, I always pick number 41. I try to get locker number 41. The reason for that is number 41 was my number when I competed in my first show and I won the overall. So I always gravitate to that number just because it reminds me of all those positive energies that I had that day that I won my first show. If I can't get 41, number 23, number 11, and number 8 were always lucky numbers in my life. Like back in elementary school, if I had to keep my homework in a slot or something like that, I was always picked like number 8, number 11, and I was always like student of the month and all kinds of stuff. So like these are all little positive little cogs or whatever that I use just to keep me in a positive state of mind. So that's it on this topic, guys. I mean, I'm sure it got a little bit ranty and I apologize for that, but I have a lot of heart and passion for this, as I keep saying, which I do. And with it being the new year, if you guys are trying to accomplish a weight loss goal or whatever it is, whatever the case may be, just make sure you take command of that goal and stick to it. Just remember, anybody can give up. That's an easy thing to do. Anybody can throw in the towel and give up. Stay committed to your goals and do not quit. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for the topic of motivation. If you guys got anything out of this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I appreciate you guys watching. Take care. Have a good one. This is heavy metal. If you have one of these in your local gym, don't be that asshole who does this shit.